So I use Polycam to make a 3D model of myself. I then imported that into Blender and made a mask out of my face. With this mask I then used it to make me a meta-human. And then I got the game sample animations, which uses motion matching, the local motion, and put that into my I migrated that into my project and then retargeted my meta-human over the mannequin. Okay, so now we've got the health system that we set up for my character to take damage. Okay, so because my character is the sandbox character, I'm just going to drag the sandbox character back into the project just to display my health. This is what happens when we get shot. I'll explain the firing after this as well. I used Infinite Effects and, for the animation, the VFX. I put the animation in for when the player gets shot, he flinches. Here's more on the animation for the firing, for him to aim. Okay, so what I did here was, I used the cached pause after montages, and because I need both of the aiming and non-aiming, you have to use a blend pauses by bool, and then use a boolean for true and false. So if it's true, it'll aim. If it's not true, it won't aim. Then I take the cache pause and run it through local to component node, so I can work in component space. Then apply the lookat node to rotate the spine towards the target. After that, I use the transform modify bone, that's for the spine, to fully apply the rotation, and then convert it back to the local space with component to local. That modifies the pose to go into true pose. Okay, so when the player presses the phone input on enhanced input action, it first checks the phone widget, checks that it already exists using the get and is valid. If it's valid, meaning the phone is open, it runs the close phone, and then it waits 0.35 seconds with a delay, and then it removes the widget from the screen using the remove parent, and sets the phone widget using set to play a sound to indicate the phone is closed, and then we just have the reverse on this part. Going on and on and on. We've got all these blueprints here, so we've got health, we've got the phone, we've got a wanted system which I'm currently working on. We've even got the police AI. We're using nav meshes. So yeah, we can even track cars, which are coded, obviously the camera angles, etc, etc. There you go. Obviously I need to do sort of physics out. Yeah, I'm planning on taking this game further and further. I've got a lot of plugins that I'm using as well. I've also started working on a Roblox game, so you can choose to go to hell or you can choose to go to heaven. We've got a little leaderboard set up where you have to collect souls. The more souls you collect, the more perks you get, so you get to go into devil mode, and if you go into heaven, you get to go to God mode, and you keep going deeper and deeper into hell. So there was a nightclub earlier just there, so, but then as you keep going, the more serious it gets. Eventually you're going into a maze, you'll have demons popping out on you and whatnot. Usually there's souls over here. So we've got the leader stats and then the soul spawner. So I have the souls, but something's going on with the script.